Hey everyone, Social Coach Michael Knight here, and today what we're going to be talking about is the concept that you attract what you are. Now when I say you attract what you are, I'm not just talking on some surface, superficial level about looks, because a lot of people are going to jump in, yeah, that's what I know, like if you're not good looking, you can never date good looking people. We're screwed forever, there's nothing we can do, right? Like that's completely BS, especially for men, because as a man, you can easily compensate for lacks in the physical looks department by improving other attractive areas of your life, and I literally teach how to do this in almost every other video on this channel. If you're living your life by your true values, you're going to attract into your life other people who also live their life by those values. Now, a lot of times people don't even know what their true values are. Like they're just going through life emulating other people because it's easier and they feel safe and they want to fit in. And they're just copying other people's values, but they never really sit and reflect and really think like, am I living my life in line with my own values? And a little bit later in this video, we're going to get into how you can try to identify your own values. But first, just realize that, especially in this social media age with Instagram, Facebook, all this, a lot of times everyone's just living a curated life, right? They're just presenting a curated version of their life to the public on these sites, which might not at all even come close to reflecting their actual life. And then you're trying to compare yourself to that, and it's not even in line with your values, and it's not even true. So recognize that as the basis level where a lot of people are starting at. The fact that you attract what you are is not just true when it comes to dating, though it's especially true there. It's also true when it comes to making friends and doing business. For example, take this small business I'm running right now, right? Social skills coaching. Think of how I attract my own clients. I literally attract what I am, right? Like I'm an engineer, I'm a geeky guy, I'm very analytical. Most of my clients, same thing. Engineers, rocket scientists. One guy's like a submarine engineer. If you think you have bad logistical problems, try being a submariner, like stuck on a boat under the ocean for months at a time where you're literally even sharing a bed with another man. Yeah, your problems aren't as logistically bad as that guy. If that guy can make it work, you can get in your car and go to a venue on a Friday night. So as you can see from my videos, they're very low quality video. Literally the only thing of quality in my videos is the ideas that I'm communicating. So the type of people who subscribe and follow me, watch all the videos, the people I coach, they only connect with the ideas. There's really nothing else to attract them with, right? I'm not in a Lamborghini, I'm not with a bunch of hot chicks in a jacuzzi or something like that. I know when they contact me and come in and ask for personal coaching, I know why they're doing it, right? They connect with the values of the videos, and that's gonna really make a higher probability that we're gonna be a better match for each other. And the other thing is, I provide one-on-one coaching, right? I don't do some webinar groups, I don't like pass you off to some assistant coach or something. I really do what I say, and it's actually quite time consuming, and I only have time each week for so many clients, which I'm already pretty much at as many as I want, right? Until I finish up with some of them and bring on some new ones. And the thing is, if I'm already at that point in my niche, right, my niche being this business I'm running, and I've already attracted enough clients that fulfill the amount of time I have, I'm good. There's no reason for me to, other than maybe financially, maybe I'm making terrible business decisions by being too honest and not just pushing everyone into some sales funnel. But that aside, let's not look at this at a business level. Let's look at this at just attracting people into your life you want to work with, right? I've already attracted more people that I want to work with into my life than I basically have time for. And now let's compare this to dating, right? When it comes to dating, if you're already dating the caliber of people you want to date, right? That's looks-wise, that's intelligence-wise, that's, you know, personality, that's the interests, more importantly, values. Values is the most important thing. And you're already bringing in more people than you have time to date. It's the same like my business example, right? You're hitting the point of diminishing returns. You already have enough options. Like there's billions of people in the world. How many people can you really date a week? Like seriously date a week? Like 2 maximum? After that, if you're a high quality guy and you have like your own career or your own business or you have all these other things going on in your life, you don't have time just to do endless dating with endless people, right? Like you want to date the top of the people in your niche, which is, by niche I mean your interest group of people you're interested in. And that's the people you want to spend time with very selectively. So my point is, when you know your values and you're living your life in line with your values, you should be selective by those values. But not only that, when you actually start living your life in line with your values, what are you going to start doing? You're going to start doing the things you want to do. And you should even start doing it alone. A lot of times being alone holds some people back. But if you start going to new events, you're going to start meeting new people at those events. You start going to new places, exploring things that you're interested in. You're going to find other people interested in those things, right? You're naturally going to start bringing more people into your life that share those values and that are a better fit for you. Now, when it comes to discovering your own values, there's a quote that says, "We hate in others what we fear most in ourselves." And I find this really true. Especially I remember back when I was, during my bachelor degree, or back years ago when I was studying, before I learned all these social skills, and I was super frustrated. I had no dating life. I wasn't meeting anyone. And I just watched year and year go by, and I just got more and more frustrated, and I was like, I didn't know what to do, right? I had no path forward. Unlike you, which has this channel, which is filled with references and resources, I had nothing at the time. And I would look at my colleagues or my classmates at the time, and I would start getting really angry and kind of frustrated at them, right? Because I'd see them and I'd be like, well, they don't care about like going out trying to meet new people. They don't really seem to want to improve their social skills at all. None of these guys for years, I've known them for years, during my bachelor degree, none of them have had a girlfriend during that time. None of them are going on dates. Then I started interviewing at companies, and I went into some office buildings, and I was like, oh my God, it doesn't get better. All these dudes are like just 20 years, 30 years in the future from where I am now, and they're in the same situation. Nothing got better because they didn't do anything. And I kind of unfairly and unjustly, I'd feel a little resentment towards them. But why was I feeling this? Because I was looking at their lives and I was thinking, oh shit, this is where I'm going to end up. And the fact that they're so complacent about it, that's just making me notice the biggest fear in myself, that it's going to happen to me, when it really had nothing to do with them and it had only to do with me. What I also found was true is that we often love in others or admire in others what we want most in our own lives. So I think about the first girl I had a true really big crush on, and I realized a lot of things we weren't really compatible with each other. I didn't even find her that physically attractive at all, but I got very obsessed with her because of the things she represented to me, right? Because in her life she was very intelligent, so she had no problems doing the math and physics homework that I often had problems doing. She traveled the world alone. She went on these adventures. She was willing to do that. I would love to do that myself at the time. Since then I have, but at the time I was like, oh wow, travel the world alone, go on these adventures. I want that in my life. She was very not willing to be put in a box, right? I always felt like I was being put in a box by society and told, this is your limits, these are your standards, you can't do anything more. But she didn't seem to let that faze her, and I was like, oh wow, I wish I had that personality in my life too. And I realized that's why I became so obsessed with her, because I wanted these things in my own life. And a few years later when I discovered, hey, you know what I should do? I should work to improve my life so I have those things in my life. What's this point of trying to get it from how could she even give me those things, right? It's not like I can get them. I can't bask in her glory. Are those things supposed to rub off on me somehow? No, that's not how life works, right? And when you do that and you come off needy and they sense that the other person senses that neediness, you're just oh, in their glory, please let me have some scraps of your life to make my life more fulfilling or something like that. Of course, that's going to ruin any attraction with that person, which is exactly what happened. But later, after I brought all these things into my life and I started living my life in line with my own values, I became much more internally fulfilled. And when I felt internally fulfilled and I didn't feel like I needed things from other people, I just had this fulfillment in myself, what of course happens, my neediness goes away, my obsessiveness of thinking of a person all the time, or wanting to be with them, that all goes away. And when that all goes away, guess what? You become a lot more attractive, and I started having more dating options than I would ever have time for, right? Because of those personality changes. It's the Matthew principle from the Bible, right? For he who has, he'll be given more, and for he who is lacking, he'll have everything taken away from him. It's true, because that's how life works with these positive feedback loops, right? The more abundance you get, the less needy you are, the easier it is to bring more people into your life. The more abundance you have, the less stress you have on yourself, your anxiety goes away, you communicate more effectively, that allows more people to come into your life. Now more abundance you have, right? It circles up, up, up. So if you're interested in learning more, how to become a more attractive person, how to communicate better, how to improve your social skills, you want to start moving your life in a new direction, you're tired where you are, you've done the same thing over and over, you're getting the same results, and you're finally ready to try something new, and get better results, well, I wrote a whole book on attraction, which you can find linked to in the description below. And for those of you who are super serious about getting this area of your life handled, I provide one-on-one coaching, and an application to that is also linked to in the description below. Big shout out and thanks to my Patreon subscribers. Please consider becoming one if you haven't already. And as always, please like and subscribe, since that's going to be doing me a huge favor when it comes to helping me grow this channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, ciao.